good time zone. And a happy birthday to all of those around the world. We're back. Day 2. First of 1,000 autumns. Trying to squeeze in a bit more today, I think. But of course, first we have 10 tickets, 10 polls. I've collected them. I also got like 2,000 from Omnia today, which is pretty crazy. Whabam.
Yo, Doctor. You had lunch yet?
There we go. Another 10, 15 even, but here's hoping. Oh snap.
Hello, I'm Myrrh. And Sup, everyone? Welcome to the clip.
Hey, oh hey, boss. So, I'm Jay.
Reporting in. You must be the doctor. Call me Myrtle. Myrtle.
You are.
Hey.
Doctor. I am honored to finally meet you. As you've already met many of my siblings, I shall not belabor my introduction. I am Wong, a former strategist. As for our earlier encounters, let us consider them not worth mentioning.
Let's not talk about all those times we fought each other.
Hey, oh hey, boss. Oh.
What a great start. What a great start indeed. You need to wish when you have one. Is he that strong? Yes. Maybe I shouldn't use him for base content then.
Do you truly wish for me to point out all the flaws I see here? The way cheap players of Yen are divided into 9 ranks, from the 9th clumsy defender rank to the 1st nearly divine rank. As you are now, your prowess should grant you the rank of... This is meant to denote my rank. Preposterous.
I like his little animal thing. What is that? I don't know. Some kind of Geist, I guess. Both Arknights and Infield have a character released same day that have a random animal all of a sudden. Arcane randomly has a pet now. Wong randomly has a pet now. Can solo the next CC? Wowzers. Well, I'll upgrade him. We'll see. And we'll use him for now. Just to get that trust and everything. But I might have to relegate him to IS content or something.
Do you truly wish for me to point
Like
out
I would have done
all
with
the
Wishido.
flaws I see here?
I can eat to him, but we'll wait. So what happened last time? It's been 2 weeks since Wong entered the tomb, and yet no one has heard or seen him. At least the government officials in Baizhou have not heard from or seen him. Of course, the gang led by Lei Ze and his brother Yi have seen him, but Lei Ze and the others have been trapped inside the garden, effectively, for the past 2 weeks, living in some sort of time loop, but have now finally completed the placation and escaped. Zola is sent by the old Tiansha to go back to Baizhou with Moji, the artifact that seems to, I guess, just be Che or container power or something. But Baizhou is not in a good spot right now. Baizhou is under evacuation orders and is dealing with a lot of Geist activity, including script Geists, an entire army of them. Zola gets into the city, but meets with a peculiar candle holder who's acting a bit strange, not trusting him, so he tries to just continue his mission. However, this candle holder, alongside guards, try to apprehend him, but he escapes thanks to the help of Mo Yi, who is in the city as well. And is, although she is a Shanghai Zhang, is willing to work with everyone. And does have knowledge on Fairmut, so she's trying to activate the Moji. Meanwhile, Chen seemingly has ghosts in her head all of a sudden. 2 strange figures communicating to her, or more kind of narrating what's happening and like kind of just not ridiculing her, but being a bit sassy, I guess. She doesn't know what's going on with that. But at the same time, her uncle has disappeared. Not even his shadow guard know where he went, but he presumably went to Baizhou, so she has gone to the city to try and find him, but also is being led to the Sky Mirror Pavilion, I believe it was. by these two figures in her head. And I believe that's everything that's happened so far. Oh, the Grand Commandant is sick, I guess. If anyone cares about the Grand Commandant. The Great Ghost. Sui is a ghost. The moons are phantoms. Is the passage of time not a ghost as well? We'll replace Chung Yu just because we have a lot of melee characters on this team right now.
Have your strategies plotted beforehand. You should know how the battle will end before it begins.
So the first one is just some attack over time, some damage over time, and some slow effect. Here you are. The same game of Wei Qie, one that you have lost countless times over the centuries. You are trying to fight the whole with its parts. All well-laid plans, no more than child's play in my eyes. Drowning yourself in children's toys. A bad habit of yours. This challenge is simply a repetition of the thousands of defeats of the past. Nah. You try to mask your fear with arrogance. Why bother? Anger, fear, hope. I see clearly in you all the things you try to see in me. Join the game if you're not afraid. This time, you will lose. I am defeated. The year 593. I did not expect this variation of the offset play. You had a chance if you did not continue to cede ground in the center around the 100th move, hoping for a draw. I did not have a clear view of the developments to come, so I picked the safe move. I see I was mistaken. I thought my Weiqi skills were improved, but it looks like I'm still far beneath you. In this last battle, we were only able to avoid heavy casualties thanks to your strategy of conserving your strength and luring the enemy deep in. This return to the capital is an opportunity for you to rest. But I expect it will be a long time until our next meeting. You don't seem concerned with victory or defeat. Why obsess over such things in a meeting between brothers? Not just in Wei Qie. It seems that nothing ever concerns you. You're always content to act the part of the kind benefactor. I don't know why you'd say that. The new Right Assistant Minister of the Ministry of War, together with officials from the Ministry of Rights, accused you in a petition to the throne 2 months ago. Commanding troops to act without authorization, a serious crime. How do you know the Imperial Court's business, when you've been with me on the front lines for the past 6 months? I have my ways. You should worry about yourself. If he meant our late return to camp, it was because we had to stop and wait for a catastrophe to pass. General Yang knew the Ministry of War hardly has a case. Oh, you need not worry about that. The assistant minister was found to have accepted bribes and embezzled supplies. He is in prison now, awaiting trial. He won't spread any rumors any longer for now. As for whether he makes it out of prison alive, only heaven knows. You promised to stop meddling in the affairs of court. I would hardly call it meddling. Simply helping Yen rid itself of a corrupt official. You know your own intentions. You see the entire court as a game of wage with human lives for stones. Has your lust for honesty and righteousness blinded you to the evil and malice lurking in the hearts of people? No sooner had that man taken office than he started to target you. Do you really think there is no one behind the curtain? Do you really believe we have only one enemy? Go easy on this one, and we set ourselves up for more trouble to come. Strange things have been happening since the birth of our youngest brother. Feng's patient committed suicide after getting better. Someone has been producing satirical works of falsehood in Dusk's name, imitating her touch. Thieves have stolen treasures from Yi's garden. A long and thorough investigation from the Judicial Review Office turned up nothing more than a gang of fools. And then your matter. We all know it is not dead. The people here have never forgotten its terror. That is why they watch our every move, every meeting. Do you still think your little achievement will force them to see us as anything more than alien entities, enemies to be feared? Are Feng and Duskull right? I don't think we've heard Feng's name before. Feng was depressed for a while, despite always... Dusk has always, been how she is. But I don't suppose either would worry too much about it. But what about the future? You still think someone is pulling the strings behind the scenes? The Shanghai Zhang, or someone else with ulterior motives? So Ling's a nickname? Are they referring to Ling with that? Thought they said because they used it in the same sentence, like the same context as the youngest brother, so I thought maybe it was a brother. Plus they mentioned a patient, so I guess he's a doctor. So Ling wasn't a doctor. When they say drunk, you just assume Ling. That's fair. That's what I truly fear. If a single mastermind is behind all of this, I cannot determine who it might be, nor do I have any inkling of their intentions. I will confirm all that you've said with the regulator. I know you have good intentions, but don't overstep the boundaries like this again. Since when have we ever been worried for one another? I simply didn't want to fall into a trap without knowing who dug it. It's time to go. The journey is far. Be careful on the way. Bring the others my greetings. I may not see them. Ah. The proxy bids his sibling farewell and proceeds in the direction of the capital. The journey is far, and he is in a hurry. He does not have time to stop for small noises along the way. One wrong move, and all is lost. Let's begin with the name Yu, shall we? Sure. Let me think. Yu Yin Rao Liang. The sound lingers upon the beams. Liang. Yang. What idiom begins with Liang? There she is. Don't tell me you're giving up already. Of course not. Just busy with the beast meat. Give me some time. Sure. I have many books to copy. Take your time. Liang. I feel I should ask Yi, but he's not here. Hung Liang's crossbeam, Feng Liang, roof beam, Dong Liang, pillar. I know. Dong Liang, Tsai Tsai, Qi Tsai, pillar of society. Or Chi Tsai? I can't keep track. Wait, it has to start with Lang. Say, she has so many bamboo slips, with words on them sitting next to her. Maybe if I took a peek. What is it? Nothing. Why are you copying the words from the slips onto these squares? It's called paper, a new invention. It's lighter and easier to write on than bamboo. It also doesn't deteriorate easily, which makes it easy to preserve. You can preserve something forever if you write it on paper. Yes and no. Bamboo slips may last for decades, paper for centuries. Be it bamboo or paper, however, there ultimately comes a day when it perishes. Now, no matter what we use to record something, it will only endure forever if people truly commit it to memory. Just like how people remember your cooking when they taste it. He listens, but it is unclear if he understands. He scratches his head beside the stock beast that he has just butchered, but he cannot come up with an idiom that starts with Liang. Suddenly, a small piece of bamboo falls in front of him and he sees the words on it. Liang Shang Chun Si, man on the roof beam. Not bad. Si, huh? Let me think. Si Shi. Let's stop there. This word chain game is so hard. Why not you play it with Ling and Dusk the next time they're here? I'll watch from these sidelines. Are you hungry? Do you want me to cook the meat? Sure. Can I have the bamboo slips if you don't need them anymore? For the fire, I suppose. The young proxy takes the bamboo slips from his sister and skillfully cuts them down the middle into long, sharp sticks. What are you making? Meat skewers. This stock beast tenderloin is just the right mix of lean and fat, and the fat on its belly is nice and firm. It'll taste great roasted. The fuel has to be charcoal. These bamboo slips don't burn for long. I already have the charcoal. We can start roasting when I'm done cutting the slips and skewering the meat. Does grilling meat on bamboo slips make this a scholar's meal? Let's call it Scholar's Barbecue. Well, I trust your cooking. I'm excited to try it. Well, I'm done with the slips. You can take them. You're both here. Oh, back already? Huh? Wong? I got your letter. I thought you wouldn't be here for a few more days at least. Smooth trip? Yes. You too. There's the idiom burning a kuchin to cook a foul beast, which means sacrilegious, wasteful behavior. What are you doing with those bamboo slips? I'm not. Che gave them to me. The boy hides behind his sister, peeking his head out from her side. Just giving some broken bamboo slips to you to make the most of them. Why so harsh? You should be more grateful to you for making dinner. It's not like I actually said anything. Don't fight. I'll go make dinner. It's not every day my second oldest brother comes back. We finally get to eat together. You just sit down and chat. He's always been a little afraid of you. Can't you be more gentle? Are things not going well? No. I see. But we don't get together very often, and you misses you. Anything you want to say, we can wait until after dinner. So, unsettling things have been happening without my knowledge. You don't look worried at all. I'm worried. I'm just surprised that you show so much concern for your siblings, brother. Siblings in the sense that we were born from the same fragmented consciousness, not true blood relations. We each have our own interests and ambitions. Our fates are none of each other's concern. We walk different paths. Do you truly think so? My views are different. See, it's been centuries since we came to the mortal world, even if we are not truly part of it. Most of the scenes and people that we see are lovely. But the people we meet seem to become smoke in the wind in the blink of an eye. In the end, it is only us who remain, and it's only in each other that we can truly speak our hearts. We may have differences and we may have conflicts, but we could never cut each other off completely. Isn't that very much like human siblings? I have no intention of arguing, if this is how you think. I don't know why you always seem so aloof. We don't see each other very often. Are you not happy at all? I wonder if you'd regret it if one of us suddenly disappeared forever. Plants flag? Speaking of which, I encountered something strange recently. One night, I was about to go to bed when I heard a sound from the study. From the garden, I saw through the window the silhouette of someone bending over the desk writing something. I hurried into the study to find no one, only the Ju Chong that I had been transcribing the past few days lying on the desk with scribbles all over it. Jie takes a scroll from the desk. One word is written over every neatly written character on the page. Sway. Who do you think could have done it? There is only one possibility. It is awakening, and it is attempting to interfere with us in some way. We thought its consciousness had completely faded after Yi's birth. But it is alive, still sleeping. The stuff of our nightmares. If it does awake, we will become its fleeting dream. What do you have in mind? I don't know yet, but I'll think of a way. I have an idea if you care to listen. I only recently thought about it. When I compiled the histories with the people of Yen, there were inevitably some mistakes, but no matter how careful we were. Unlike the ordinary writings, it takes great effort to correct mistakes written in the histories. Che picks up a writing knife from the desk, used to scrape bamboo slips, and picks up a scroll and gently scrapes the paper. The ink that was seeped into the page, even smearing the next page slightly, disappears without a trace when the writing knife touches it. The paper is blank, as though nothing has ever been written on it. This knife. I think my influence has changed it. I have a faint feeling that the words it scrapes away, a history, or at least a name, don't just disappear from paper. They disappear from people's hearts and minds. Perhaps there'll come a day when we use it to scrape the word sway from all the texts under this world. You can do that? Not yet. Right now, it's only a writing knife, albeit an unusual one. But I can feel it. The more words written, the heavier my knife and pen become. Perhaps we're all the same. We discovered the answer to who we are in that primordial void. And then we understood the meaning of our existence in the mortal realm. This is what proves we are different from them. Perhaps there will come a day when our strength exceeds its. Then we can truly break free of its influence and live as ourselves. As long as we don't forget who we are, of course. What are you thinking on, brother? Don't worry about it. Sometimes I feel like you and I are the least compatible amongst our siblings. Plots and plans are things to be kept inside one's heart, but words and language are for expressing what lies in one's heart. Sometimes I feel like you hide nothing from me, but I can see all that you think. Interesting, isn't it? We both found that we wanted to devote ourselves to, only to have it reshape our personalities in return. Shu always says I'm obsessed with the past, and I remember the deathly white that she talked about, which lies at the end of the future. She was right. One cannot pretend to be carefree when there are things that one cannot let go of. I know you're worried about the unknowable future. Victory and defeat are what you're most obsessed about. But it would be such a miserable existence if there was nothing but victory and defeat. Besides that, what is it you care about the most? I do not obsess about victory and defeat. I simply do not like to accept that a game could not be won. By the way, are you reporting to the Sway regulator tomorrow? Could you take these copied books with you? You'll need to review them before they can be archived in the Skymere Pavilion. Very well. And take another look at the recopied Chi Chue Chong for me. Bring the writing knife too, so you can correct any mistakes. Anything you've written hardly needs me to check it. Consider it an activity to pass the time. You spend so much time devising military strategies. Thinking of victory and defeat a distraction would do you good. And perhaps you might find what you're looking for in the text.
Let's get this over
Both of the new sisters have great designs. Do I remember the stamps? I think those two in the middle are wealth. I think the bottom one is soldier. Oh, that answered that question. I was right though.
Chow, unsheath.
I'm in a good mood today. I'll give you this one I've titled Bones on the Sand.
じーっと叱ってやりましょう。ほどほどにね。あなたならきっとうまくってちょっと俺が出るんですか?
I know very well why I draw this sword.
You have been drawn into my plans. You will not escape this GF so easily.
As move, unsheathing blade. Cleave now as cleft.
Why must you insist on struggling?
They don't activate each other, or this one didn't activate. I'm not quite sure how this works. I thought they would all they'd all trigger, but that one's it stays around.
Simply place your stone. Why ask me?
Not quite sure.
Why must you insist on struggling?
The prioritization of undeployable tiles, though, is really nice for enemies like that, where they're just sitting there and you can just do that to them. That is nice.
Why must
You could just use a caster, of course, or something. But
Why must you insist on struggling? escape this deer so easily. Spare them or slay them.
I know very well.
He is
why I
also
draw this.
soloing this stage pretty much.
Why must you insist on struggling?
Mission accomplished.
Unless the chain like activates everything that's chained to it, but doesn't activate. So I thought when they chained it, they'd all like explode, but maybe when it's chained, the one that triggers explodes, but it has the damage of everyone that's chained to it. Maybe that's what's happening. Better to sacrifice a few stones than to lose the initiative. One wrong move and all is lost. And all is lost. Lost. So you found me. You've been following me for quite a while. Show yourself. Wong looks back. The mixture of weeping and lament moves away gradually, but it does not stop for even an instant. Huh. Let me see what you've got. Wong follows the eerie voice to a decrepit Weichi stall. A man, presumably the owner of the stall, sits on the ground weeping. There is no one around. Lost the game too, huh? One wrong move, and all is lost. And all is lost. Before Wong has a chance to take in the situation on the Weichi board, the man falls upon it and begins to wail, sending stones flying. Ridiculous. As Wong turns around to leave, the man's crying begins to abate. Don't go, sir, please. I'll set up the board again. This game cost me my life savings, my home, my farm. Even my family scattered, and some of them died because of it. I'm very sick and don't have long to live. A game of Weichi that cost me my home, my family, my life. I couldn't let it go. Look for me. If you can find a solution, perhaps fate can still be changed. How expensive is a Weichi board? The man goes from sobbing to howling. As Wong stands motionless, the man picks up the stones on the ground and quickly sets up the board. Set up, probe, entrap, sacrifice, fight, exchange. The man's hands move at a breathtaking pace. The game begins to grow as though it is alive, the war raging from the corners to the center, then to the other side, which still lies empty, so fast the eyes can hardly keep up. Before Wong can react, the man has put a black stone in his hand. Your turn, sir. How? Yes, how indeed. Black and white should have taken turns placing stones, but no black stone can be set on the board. Once you hold one, how should the game proceed? This is ridiculous. I'll take my leave. You ought to understand, sir. This board is like an abyss. Every white stone is the size of a mountain, while the black one that I have presumptuously placed upon it are no more than game pieces. We are so far from the board that even the mountains are no greater than the size of a thumb. How could we possibly see a tiny Weichi stone? I held on as long as I could, But at this point, I am dazed and exhausted. One wrong move. The man begins to weep bitterly again. And all is lost. Look, I gave each stone a name, but I couldn't save any of them. There is no way out for any of them. This is Shou. This one is Wong. This one is Ling. This one is Chun. Wong draws his blade and stabs at one of the white stones, only for it to make a sharp cracking sound as it bends, as though he were stabbing a boulder. Pointless, this like striking a rock with an egg. Why did I play this game? I shouldn't have. Why? The sword turns and pierces the man's throat. He slumps to the ground, but no blood flows from the wound. The weeping grows even louder, though it is no longer intelligible. The man's eyes glow with a strange expression. Is it fear or joy? He stares straight at Wong's face. Wong instinctively reaches for the writing knife on his belt, but stops midway. Finally, he ponders for a moment and puts the black stone in his hand on the board. All is lost? Nonsense. Set it here and the game remains a toss-up. No sooner have the words left Wong's mouth than the body on the ground turn into smoke and the invisible black stones on the board reveal themselves. Mr. Wong. You. I watched you stand in front of the door to the sui regulator before turning around again. I came to find you, as I thought you might have met with a strange happening too. Strange happening? You already know? Yes. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. There was a madman up here crying about some omen of misfortune. He didn't make any sense. Where is he? Vanished. His Weiqi game remains. Understood. I'll have someone copy it down. One more thing. The supervisor says Chia should be about done with the book copying, and that you probably have the copies, have you? Here. One moment, please, while I count them. 3 poetry anthologies for a total of 32 scrolls. 5 volumes on philology? Why does it look like philosophies? Really threw me off there. For a total of 60 scrolls. 1 volume on divination for a total of 5 scrolls. This is the Chi Chong. Looks like it got mixed in with the divination books. Chia is a great genius. She wrote this in a single night, all 1,400 words of it, without a single character repeated. Her calligraphy is still so beautiful. There is truly no equal. The candleholder heaps praise upon the scroll. Wong follows his gaze and sees an empty piece of paper. It's Wong, but with the animal. I remember this 500 years ago in the capital. The first time she proposed an actionable hypothesis for destroying Sui. She gave me the writing knife, but I don't remember what the article was about, what she wanted to tell me. By repeat, did you mean make me repeat the events of the past and dream? Only to make you see for yourself how many fantasies have appeared in your dreams of the past 1,000 years. Dreams about destroying me, dreams that were doomed to fail. I should turn these memories into a cage and drown you in the shape of countless failures. See, now, all the memories that you have forgotten. You forgot. Sorry. It's nothing. I'm just thinking too much. If the sway regulator didn't say anything. I would like to have my writing knife back. I don't know why you always seem so aloof. We don't see each other very often. Are you not happy at all? I wonder if you'd regret it, if one of us suddenly disappeared forever. I'd rather not be called the fifth sway my entire life, as if its marks were still on me. The ones who create characters helped me think of one to use as a name. Could you read this for me, brother? I shall write it and recite it for you. The characters "but" and "but" and "but" and "but" come together to form "but." Mr. Wang, is something the matter? I remembered something. My sister said she did the Che Chou Chang in a hurry and asked me to check it for errors. I forgot. Give me some time. Not a problem. I'll leave this one for you now. Then, it's getting late. You can bring it back tomorrow. A cage of memories. Ridiculous. You won't get your wish. The sky has completely darkened by the time the proxy arrives at the inn. Chi Cho Chi Ku Yu Chong Yi Lo Le Zhou Wu Ming Xing Zi. Yep, nailed it. The Chi Cho Chang is distinctive. Unlike other books, it lists the names of many things and persons. I should have remembered. A breeze turns the pages. Wang seems to see a piece of paper in a different color on the back cover. She was then trying to tell me something. Wang picks up the thin booklet up from the table and opens it. Chi Cho Che Ku Yu Chong Yi Lo Le Chu Wu Ming Xing Zi. The Chi Cho Chong is distinctive, unlike other books. It lists the names of many things and persons. Fun Bie Bu Chu Bu Za Se. I think C is also that. Yong Ri Yue Shao Cheng Kuai Yi Mian Yi Li Wu Chi Bi Yoshi. They are classified into different sections by kind, so that nothing is confused or mixed together. With what little time expended, it suffices for daily use, truly to one's satisfaction. If one studies it with diligence, one is sure to taste the delight of success. These should have been the words written on the first page. These were the words where Wang scanned the page for the first time. But now the paper is covered in strange ink markings. Sway, 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 sway. Wang instinctively raises the writing knife and aims it at the first fierce-looking sway on the page. One wrong move. Who's there? And all is lost. The wind howls outside the window, but there is no one there. Still trying to be our nightmare. The same old tricks from centuries ago. Have you not grown tired of it yet? When at a disadvantage, she could draw. There is no such thing as a draw between us. Then, when in danger, make sacrifices. In your dreams. Sway. The writing knife strikes the first sway. Wong has used his sister's writing knife before. A slight cut and the incorrect word is completely erased, leaving the page intact. But he feels a great resistance, as though he's trying to scrape a boulder, a mountain even. He tightens his not too strong arms and pushes down. Che. A crack of thunder outside the window. The first sway finally disappears. The paper is blank for a moment, then the word that Che wrote is revealed. The lines intentionally plain yet vigorous to make for easy recognition by learners. The lone Chi stands eerily amongst a page full of sway. Chi. Is that it? Is smearing and daubing the worst you can do? Do not give in to haste. Huh. Sway. Wong takes aim at the second sway and scrapes it. The resistance seems even stronger than the first time. Chew. Or, I guess it's actually Chiol. A lot of J's among the sibling names. The night wind invades the room, trying to turn the pages, but Wong keeps the paper firmly under his palm. Chi. That's not a name, though. Ku. The room starts to shake violently as the fourth word reveals itself. You. The thunder outside rumbles endlessly, accompanied by constant lightning. Zhong. Or, actually, not Zhong. Chong. Everywhere else, ZH is a zh sound, but not in Chinese. Throws me off every time. A bolt of lightning strikes the inn, setting it ablaze. Yi. The room burns fiercely. But Wong remains at the desk, utterly focused on cutting the page. Each sway requires greater exertion than the last. Each time a sway is erased, a different hellish vision appears around him. The sky sunders, the earth trembles, the winds shriek and thunder roars, the fires burn red and bright. The beams, the bed, the desk, the shelves, until there is nothing in the room left to burn, and even the ground has been burned through. Wong can feel himself drop straight down like a stone, but his hands do not stop. Scorching heat. Freezing cold. Suffocation. Isolation. 100, 300, 500, 1,000. 1,393. 1,394. The last sway is erased, and he finds himself in the dark room again. Nothing in the room has changed except for Wong sitting in the middle of the room, his face gaunt and yellow, his clothes tattered as though he physically journeyed through all of these hellish visions. What other Wei Chi wisdom do you have? Spit it out, won't you? Silence. Wong turns the page. There is indeed a paper between the last page and the back cover. It is not words that are written on it, but a 19 by 19 Wei Chi board drawn with writing ink. Not a classic match, but a handicap game of clearly mismatched sides. Wait, is this? It's one thing to make me play Wei Chi with you because you're bored, dear brother. It's another to use the stones to form the character for bored. As if that would help me against you. Why don't you find something else to pass the time? If it's not really a Wei Chi game that you're after, go hiking, learn an instrument. I could teach you calligraphy if it comes down to that. Oh, what thoughts did you read this time? There are words on the other side. Through the paper, Wong can see that the writing is different from the simple, straightforward lines that she used in copying for learners. It is the unique style of calligraphy that she uses when writing to her siblings. She flips the paper over, trying to see what message he never managed to see was. But every word is covered by the Sui character, even thicker and fiercer than the ones that he has just erased. Same old tricks? Fine. Let's see what tricks you've got other than illusions and parlor tricks. Once again, Wong stabs the Sui, covering the page with the writing knife, wiping away a little smear on the top right of the word. No unusual phenomenon occurs, except the red blood that begins to flow from his right shoulder. To kill you is to kill me, is that so? Suits me just fine. One stab and the wound on his shoulder opens up. Another stab and the wound deepens to reach the bone. Another stab and another. Missing words. Let's see. What's the word? I can't remember. In October, I'll be 9. 9. Supervisor, urgent report from the Sky Mirror Pavilion. All records pertaining to the Fairmont are... Ugh. Perhaps the blood has gotten into his eyes, for it seems like the Sui character covering the page has begun to move, as though it is alive. The ink seems to fear the writing knife, shifting back and forth among the names of the 12 proxies. Wong. It stops on the Wong character. Wong pauses and presses his body, or his bloody right side, with his left hand, then resolutely points the writing knife back at the word that covers everything. The ink is so black it seems to shine, reflecting half of Wong's silhouette. The last cut. The writing knife grows bright. The proxy pours his entire spirit into it, waiting for it to strike his own name. Ugh. The ink on the page dissipates completely, revealing the beautiful calligraphy beneath. But the proxy can see it no more. He falls to the ground, covered in blood, so thin and gaunt he hardly seems human. He has stopped breathing. I wanted to kill myself. I have gotten my wish. After more than a century of plotting against you, since your last failed attempt, is this how it ends? I, the strategist, I, the schemer? You're delusional. The proxy stands beside his bloody corpse on the floor, perfectly unharmed as he was when he entered the tomb of Sui. The body in the ground dissipates like the morning dew, until only 3 shining black stones are left, until they too disintegrate. Turning yourself into Wei Chi stones. This was your idea. 3 black stones in exchange for killing you once. A fair trade. Pathetic. You are fooling yourself. Fooling myself. I have visited many of your kind. I know how incomprehensible you are, how incomprehensible we are. I know about the faint consciousnesses that were born from the primordial void, and I know how they have transformed themselves into colossal entities in the course of an infinity. Time, space, quantity, structure. The things that mortals take for granted, the things that seem to be everlasting, unchangeable, are merely a temporary roost for you. I have seen one of your kind continue to disrupt what should have been the calm flow of time, even though it had died long ago and turned into a machine at the hands of others. Lifebone? And you still dream of killing me? Perhaps you have no need to die, but you will fall into an eternal slumber. Sway. The dreamer of evolution. Mankind has no use for your arrogant design, and I have no use for your endless dream. Every death in your memory is real, a genuine death of a small part of your enormous consciousness. Don't believe me? Think back to the day I encountered that madman, back when your methods were so primitive they were downright laughable. What did I do? Did I give the book back to the sway regulator? Did I destroy it? What was written in it? Was it really a book? See, you've forgotten. You dare. Your memory has died. The price you paid in exchange for 3 black stones. To be precise, you died by the writing knife imbued with a proxy's entire life force. He scraped clean every instance of the Sway character across all Great Yin, and with it any trace that a creature called Sway ever exist. The recklessness, the blasphemy. I would do it again had I the writing knife in my hand right now. I would be happy to create for you a nightmare from which you would never awake, even at the cost of my own life. You cannot. The more parts of me you kill, the more you think you have weakened me, the sooner I will wake. I know. Death hurts. Each and every one of your memories is real. They are happening somewhere. The pain of your death cuts straight to my heart. What about you? What can you do? I will continue the game, until neither of us can ever rise again.
And that's storage sorted. If we made a themed exhibit out of these items,
Sick.
the doers would be happy to queue for at least 2 hours.
What the heck? What is this non-linear level layout? I'd forgotten that Wong had put himself into the different stones. I feel like the last time they maybe talked about that really was Invitation to Wine or something. They probably mentioned it later on, but that's where it was prominent. So that's like partly how he also got out of prison and everything as well, if I recall correctly. Dense ink trace. The powerful brush strokes leave behind an ink trace that penetrates the paper. So, train the skill 2. Slashes the nearest enemy 10 times. If it defeats it, we get another slash. Moves around. Yeah, okay.
Doesn't feel too unfamiliar yet.
Well, of stars. When a stone is triggered, deals attack as arts to all enemies in 3 tiles. Only in directions parallel to any links. See how that works. Still don't really know how the link works either.
Have your strategies plotted beforehand. You should know how the battle will end before it begins.
Two days before the full moon. Hour of Chen. Didn't think we'd see this guy again. What did he sound like? There's probably one of 2 possible voices. Okay, yeah. Yep, it was one of the 2. I was right. What are you sighing for? Does your tooth hurt? It's my head that hurts. If you have too much time on your hands, go count the cabbage stock for winter. Hey. Are you going or not? Going where? When the sun hasn't even climbed above the rooftops. Don't play the fool with me. The city is almost empty. Why do you stay? Yeah, didn't you give over the restaurant to this guy? Why are you still here? Almost means it's not totally empty. Travelers, soldiers on duty. They all need to eat. Besides, we have someone right here in the restaurant. She doesn't count. If you don't go now, there's nothing I can do when the Sway regulator hears of her visit to this place. I just put the foul beast on the grill, and there are another 4 or 5 dishes still to be served. There's no rush. Oh, you're just... Stop worrying so much. First thing in the morning, go open the door. If you really have too much time on your hands, it's business as usual for breakfast hours. You're as bold as a boulder, you know that? What else can I do? If you're sleepy, go to bed. If you're hungry, eat something. Who knows when someone might suddenly miss a certain taste. A customer should show up at any moment. See? A customer just showed up. Take a seat you like. Only the breakfast menu is available right now. Oh snap. Oh, it's you. There's their voices. It's a bit of a strange one, isn't it? What are you doing here? I'm not sure what you're asking. I run this place. What else would I be doing? You people just keep getting more and more ridiculous. Why the rudeness? Insulting the chef before you've taken a single bite? Keep this up, and I'll kick you out. Even my patience has its limits. The frosty individual walks into the restaurant and sits down at the table beside you. What flavors the savors that you savor? All of them, of course, from sweet to sour to salty to spicy. And you get the smell of fire and smoke all over yourself. Do you like this? Of course, can't be a good cook if you don't like to cook. I can't speak to anything else, but I'm pretty confident in my cooking. I could make a couple of dishes for you, on the house. One has to taste different flavors in life. Isn't it a waste to be obsessed with a single flavor? Ah, but I guess I can't really use these words to persuade you. They say, he who tells others to forgive and forget will be struck by lightning. Besides, I guess the bad blood between you is pretty thick. I understand how you feel, really. You have every reason to hate Yen, hate humanity, hate it, and I suppose it's not out of the question for the hatred to last 1,000 years. But if you keep hating and hating, with nothing to do but let the hate destroy you, is it really worth it? You remind me of my brother, come to think of it. You're not afraid of me at all. Why should I be? Beggars, mandarins, even the gods in heaven and a fair amount of legend, they're all customers when they walk into this restaurant. You're different from the others. You're unusual, even among your kind. You don't look concerned at all, even when your life is on the line. I guess I've gotten used to living in fear. It's been this way for a century. Your timing isn't great, I have to say. You would really have had a treat if you had come when the ingredients were still fresh in the kitchen. Sometimes, all it takes to change your mood is a nice hot meal. Maybe the things that seem impossible will solve themselves. The buns are ready, chef. But our breakfast sign is gone. Did Blaze... There's actually a customer. At this hour. A candle holder. All alone. Far too arrogant you are. Feeble, ignorant, juvenile you and these ants. Her sword is already raised before she has finished her sentence. Stop. Oh, chef. No. Was she there the whole time? Like the falling of a judge's gavel, or the crack of thunder in winter. It is supposed to be a dining table, but it feels like a court of law. All is silent. The dining table is no place for swords and bloodshed. Pick up your chopsticks. If you're really here to eat, don't let good food go to waste. And if you're not here to eat, you ought to get out. Its parts protect the humans of the sway regulator. How ironic. We don't need you to tell us how to live our lives. On the other hand, I would suggest that you eat something. Hunger tends to make one grumpy. The woman quietly pushes a steaming plate of buns in front of Ya. Enjoy it while it's hot. Ya looks coldly at the buns in front of her before turning to leave. You're going. The Shanhai Zhang's words were truth mixed with falsehood, but I will get my hands on what she promised to deliver to me. As for you, I've met many of its incarnations, but none who answer my questions straightforwardly. What use is there for you people? I will not say that an eye for an eye is unreasonable, but you should watch your step, in case someone has dug a pit for you. Ridiculous. Does she speak of the proxies, the Shanhai Zhang herself, or the steaming plate of buns in front of her? Definitely the buns. Phew, good thing you showed up, Chun. It doesn't seem like she's here for any particular reason. Like she's just been tricked by someone. Whether I'm here or not doesn't make much of a difference. Or I guess actually UN is win, so it's not Chun, it's Chwin? Like Chwin? I guess? I don't know. Like English 1. Oh, so it is un, but it's that there's a was sound as well. Chun. Okay. It's not us that she's after. What is it? I just feel like she must have led a hard life. A road of hardship that only leads to even greater hardship. Never mind that. Does my second oldest sister have business here in Baizhou? I have an appointment to keep. An appointment? How about you sit down and enjoy a meal, if you're not in a hurry? I'm afraid it might be a little hard for me to sit down and enjoy anything, considering the burning smell coming from the kitchen. Oh no, my roast fowl beast. Rip. Stop. The sounds of the Paulownia seeds strike the ground, rings clear through the faint morning autumn wind. The slender woman in front of her has a nervous expression on her face, seemingly trying to hide her timidity at all costs. A visitor. When there's a general evacuation order through Baizhou. Who are you? What business do you have with the Skymere Pavilion? I didn't mean to disturb. Do you work here? You must have seen the strange soldiers all over the city. They seem to have originated here. Could you please tell me exactly what happened? The pavilion does not need an outsider meddling with its affairs. Besides, your identity is still unknown, and you have trespassed into this place armed. As Magistrate of Water for the Skymere Pavilion, I cannot allow you to enter, whether it is for the safety of the pavilion's archives or for your own safety. Turn back. Magistrate of Water. What kind of position is that? The Skymere Pavilion is the first library of Yen. The Magistrate of Water is responsible for preventing fires. What are you doing in the Skymere Pavilion if you don't even know this? I thought a modern library wouldn't need a specific person to prevent fires anymore. Indeed, you're right. Smart girl. Now get out. I'm sorry. I meant no offense. But I happen to know someone who used to work in Baizao's library. Oh, what's your relationship? That's not important. It was many years ago. The aloof woman takes a few steps forward, lifting her lantern to look closely at Chen's face. Chen instinctively takes a step back. Enough. Nothing you say will matter. Leave. If you have no business here, you'll regret it when the gate closes. But you're the only one here. Are you sure you'll be safe? That's none of your business. Why do you poke your nose into it? Honestly, I came to clear out these monsters. But when I saw this library, I felt like I've seen it in a dream. Like someone intentionally guided me here. A dream? Is that the best excuse you can come up with? It's not an excuse. Besides, I used to be a cop. I'm familiar with security work. Please, trust me. Let me participate in the investigation. You're really a police? Chen shows her ID. You're from Lungmen. Chen Wei Chie. Chen Wei Chie, what are you doing here? Huh? Don't think a piece of paper grants you free passage. Oh snap. I, Chen Chao Qian, am the last of the Chens. Have you come to mock the House of Chen? I'll never understand the Imperial family's hobbies. That means you're... Well, that explains why they look so similar. The blue hair, red eye gene must be really strong in the bloodline. Still playing dumb. Don't you even know who your parents are? Your family never cared about the husband side of the family when the Princess Yen Qing remarried, only to ruin the careers of the entire Chen family when she died. What did my cousin do wrong? How could he possibly refuse? Maybe you don't believe me. Or, both of them are called Chen. Maybe you don't believe me. I can hardly believe it myself, but no one's ever told me much about my family like that. I thought I was the only one. You didn't know. Why did you come to the Skymere Pavilion? They stare at each other wordlessly, as though looking into blurry mirrors. I'm sorry. Enough. Leave. A few nice words, that's all. You're willing to say them, and I appreciate it. Let's leave it at that. I gave up asking more questions a long time ago. Thunder and rain are both gifts from heaven. I should be grateful I still have a job. So Chen Chao consider herself the last Chen. So these are the only two Chens alive. Again. What? Didn't they disappear? Oh no, the books. I'll take you inside. It's faster that way. Excuse me. Stop. Such go away. Insolent child. Beneath the tall dome, densely packed bookshelves extend as far as the eye can see, reflecting in the floor like a massive, constantly expanding wageboard. Ink-colored skipgeists wander amidst them, scattered like weighty stones. This is not good. The monsters here are much stronger than the ones I encountered at the gate. It's like they came flowing out of the shelves. What are they? Not shelves, pages. Can't you tell? Pages. Get back. Hey, don't grab me. Fine, I suppose your intentions are righteous. What do you think, Candleholder Tso? It's the news timely enough for you? Going straight for the source of the Geist trouble, even for the sway regulator people haven't been able to react yet. Do you believe in me now? Shut up and give it back. The sound of metal clang against metal. Sparks fly as blades clash. Mo Yi clenches her teeth as the soreness spreads from her hand to the rest of her arm. You blockhead. Gotten stronger in a span of just a few days, haven't you? What do you want, Shanghai Zhang Bandit? Don't tell me you haven't noticed something's not quite right with the sway regulator. What about this doll? Why did you steal it? It belongs to a proxy, just like the Book of Kung Fu. I believe it has something to do with the vanished proxy. As for taking it, would you have cooperated with me in the Skymere Pavilion, hard-headed as you are, if I didn't? What? Out of the way! He pushes so hard that it sends the doll in Mo Yi's arms flying. Oh no. You won't! Blades cross again in the blink of an eye. The force sends both of them recoiling. The blades vibrate and hum. Look out! The bookshelves collapse towards Mo Yi, the shockwave forcing her back. Stop! Stop! Who are they? You're swinging swords at each other when there are still monsters around. Oh, you toppled the entire bookshelf. Out! Get out! Wait, be careful. It is unclear who moved first. The balance is broken and chaos breaks out. Mo Yi turns towards the charging Magistrate of Water, angling her wrist to point her sword at her foe's shoulder. So La's swing misses Mo Yi by inches, cutting the red rope tied to the wooden block. Stand back. Chen has no time to pull Qin Chao Qian back. Almost by instinct, she draws Qi Xiao and barely parries an attack without even seeing who made it. Sparks fly amidst the poorly lit bookshelves, accompanied by the piercing sound of clashing metal. Mo Yi grabs Qin Chao Qian by the collar and pulls her away from the scuffle. Chen steps forward, her blade leading the way. Sola stands his ground. Stop. The girl holds on up the petite form of the Magistrate of Water and turns her blade around. Yeah. No, the token. You. Give the wooden lock back. Stop, all of you. Don't hurt the innocent. You're Lord Wei's niece. Why is the token in your hands, Miss Qin? This is important to the Sui regulator. You must return it at once. Lower your weapon. What a mess.
With my blade, I decree.
I think I missed the description there.
Line up! We have plenty of good eats for everyone.
Money, what is that one? I don't remember. Is that the make it trigger myself one?
Unsheath.
Fear not the power of this. Fear a sword of heaven's plaint. Bid dawn as cast.
Ow.
I know very well why I draw this sword.
I guess they land on those ones even though there's not stuff there. Okay. Duly noted.
When chaos abounds, tugging a single thread can pull the entire net.
この時より秋だ。
階級の戦場に積もる恨みはいつか散らん。
じーと叱ってやりましょう。ほどほどにね。おっと、まあまあ落ち着いて。茶がこぼれるでしょうが。
戦場に積もる恨みはいつか散らん。私に召す万物を一元に収むるはシャシャ楽々戦場に積もる恨みはいつか散らん。
So there's an arts caster?
階級の情が燃ゆって砂に沈みて相思未だ。
Tiny may a candle be, it shall drive out the darkest night.
階級の鉄引き砂に沈みて相思未だ。鉄引き砂に沈みて相思未だ報いず。
From here on, your words are my command. The situation, all balance held by the orders of Yan. All beasts hunted by
凶目を削除すれば官庁倫理たり階級の情が催されるね。階級の戦場に積もる恨みはいつか散らん。
Whoa. Okay. We're good. Miss Chin, return the item. Let her go. Return the lock. I'm sure we can all talk about this calmly like reasonable people. I could hear you all the way upstairs. I thought this was Geist at work again. I did not expect to see a three-person sparring session. Mr. Lang. Mr. Lang. I hope you're faring well, Lord So. Lord So. I've heard that name on Rhodes Island. I must admit, I was at my wit's end about how to resolve the trouble here. My mind can now be at ease that the Soy regulator has sent you to deal with it. Well, do I misunderstand? The supervisor has her plans. There's no need to worry. I will offer what assistance I can. Is it under the supervisor's instructions that you are arresting this young lady? She is Mo Yi, a member of the Shanghai Zhang. She has been causing trouble at Mongshan Town a few days ago. And now she's appeared in Baizhou coinciding with the Geist troubles. This is highly suspicious and calls for a thorough investigation. How ungrateful of you, candle holder. So, the Shanghai Zhang cautiously backs off while holding Chen Chao Qian hostage. The city is under martial law. I should commend Miss Mo for her boldness, if you are only here to cause trouble. You seem duller than this candle holder is, but I didn't expect you to be a reasonable one. Care to persuade our Lord Suo to listen to me before drawing his sword for once? My station is insignificant, and my words carry little weight. I can only ask you to release my colleague. To travel across the land and delve deeper into the law of nature, the original creed of the Shanghai Zhang 1,000 years ago. I doubt it is your intention to harm an innocent. Mr. Lang. How do you know that? Huh. Mo Yi falls silent for a moment, then sheaths her sword and gives the magistrate of water a gentle push. Are you alright? I'm fine. Soche, new transcriber. If I recognize that sword, you must be Miss Chin. It is surprising that you would return to Baizhou at a time like this. You're Ling Shun, advisor of Yumen. I've seen you with Wei Yinwu. You're too humble to say that your station is insignificant. I've left the position and am merely a humble transcriber now. Perhaps you have not heard the news since you have been traveling. The dude was like a governor of a city. What happened to him? Eyes locked upon the wooden lock in Soleil's hand. No sudden moves. The token's one thing, but the lock was mine to begin with. And what of it? You dare? Speak your intentions and I'll decide what to do with this lock. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Why did the old Tianxia allow you to come to Baizhou? She said that war is coming to the city and that someone will, or some people will inevitably try to take advantage of the chaos. That young candleholder will likely run into trouble. She took Deputy Minister Lin and Mr. Yun, so she wanted you to have help. Deal with anyone who tries to obstruct the boy as best as you can. Did you think I wanted to help you, blockhead? And what of the lock? Still keeping secrets? It belonged to my late mother. Freezes. I've let the hostage go and you have my mother's heirloom. What more do you want? You'll still have to come with me to the Sway Regulator to explain the previous incidents. Cause no more trouble, and I assure you the lock will be returned to you without a scratch once it's all settled. You just want to hold me hostage with it, don't you? Like I said, the Sway Regulator. Good youths, now that we've resolved our misunderstanding, why don't we call a truce and clear up what's going on here? "2 days before the full moon, the hour of Wu." You've been in the Skymere Pavilion for some time, Mr. Lang. Do you know what these soldier apparitions are? I believe Lord So is in a better position to explain it. They are Geists. The Sway Regulator has discovered that some Fahrenmuts are able to animate the inanimate things, be it drawings, objects, or text. The Geists that have appeared in Bai Zhao. Which I guess actually, now that I think about it, is not Bai Zhao, but Bai Cao, which is... Anyway. Maybe based on the Yin armies during the Great Hunt depicted in the history books in the Skymere Pavilion's collection. And I guess the B is actually a P as well. Their appearance likely has something to do with the events of the Tomb of Sway, but it's unclear why they seem to flicker in and out of existence. It's the breathing of the Fahrenmut. Breathing is what gives life. The increasing frequency of Geist appearances is a sign that it is waking up from its dream. How do you know? I told you, you people are way behind on Fahrenmut knowledge. Then why did the script Geist originate from the Skymere Pavilion? I am not well versed in Fahrenmutology, but I have a hypothesis concerning the Skymere Pavilion. Mr. Lang, watch your words. Still clinging to your stupid rules? Do you have any idea what the situation is? It's not my intention to poke my nose into the Sway Regulator secrets, but this is an emergency. We need to share the information. This place holds the only thing the vanished proxy left behind. A writing knife. A writing knife. Could it be the top floor of the Skymere Pavilion, which has always been sealed shut? It is very special. After the death of the proxy, everything that she owned, everything that she had poured her heart and soul into, disappeared with her. But this writing knife remains. If the Geists in the city come from the words, it is very likely that they have something to do with the knife. It all makes sense now. What do you mean? A little while ago, the Ministry of War sent some people to search the Skymere Pavilion every few days. But the Skymere Pavilion is under the jurisdiction of the Ministry of Rights. Mr. Liang had submitted several complaints to the Department of Discipline and Supervision. They finally laid off the searches these couple of days. The Ministry of War. Patrol battalion soldiers tried to stop me on the main street just now. Could this be the Grand Commandant's doing? Why didn't you say anything about the patrol battalion soldiers following closely behind that candle holder from the Sway Regulator? Hey. Come on, it's just a guess. I never said anything about the Sway Regulator being in the league with the Grand Commandant in some kind of underhanded deal. The Sway Regulator does not indulge in faction politics. Bureaucrats don't engage in faction politics. That would be the first for the Baidzao court. I'll clear it up when I report back to the supervisor. Don't get so worked up over a mere gas. What does the Ministry of War want with the writing knife? What use does it have other than its association with the Scriptgeists? A writing knife is a tool used to erase characters scribed on bamboo slips, but I know nothing about what powers the proxy's knife prowesses. You do, don't you, Lord So? Go on. The proxy assisted Yin with compiling the nation's history. Her powers were unusual. The scrolls of the Sui Regulator record, with her pen she fathoms the laws of heaven and human affairs. With her knife, she has the power to erase and rewrite history. Apparently, the writing knife can erase things that cannot and must not be hastily touched. The name of a person, or their very existence, even the existence of an entire segment of history. You've gotta be kidding me. How can history be altered so easily? What does altering history involve? Does it change people's memories, or does a single word erase someone's existence? The powers of the Fahrenmuts are far beyond our comprehensions. We cannot interpret this through the lens of normal logic. According to the Sui Regulator, however, the writing knife has been used for such purposes in the past. So it seems you don't have full knowledge either. However, the one who seeks the writing knife, the one with ulterior motives, must know how to use it. What? Drat, what do we do then? Do we stop people with ulterior motives from getting their hands on the knife, or do we use it to stop the Geists in the city? As far as I know, the writing knife was sealed away in the top of the Skymere Pavilion many years ago, and the Sui Regulator placed strong wards on it. Two keys are needed to unseal it. The supervisor and the fourth proxy each hold one. The seal can only be broken if both are present. Or maybe we can use the thing you took from the Garden of Grotesqueries. Give it a try? Absolutely not. We know little of the true powers of the writing knife, and even less of this object from the Garden of Grotesqueries. We can't act rashly. Not this, not that. Guess we'll just wait for the Sui to wake up and go down with the rest of the Baidzao. Miss Chen has been quiet. What is on your mind? What is on your mind, Chen Huiqie? Mr. Long, what did you mean when you said the one with ulterior motives? Forgive me if I'm wrong, but you are here for private matters on Lord Wei's behest. Are you not, Miss Chen? Where is Lord Wei? He's missing. Missing? But there are few who could possibly overcome Lord Wei in combat. Are there? In that case, have you entered the city because you suspect that Lord Wei is already here? Impossible. He would be accused of attempting a coup. Wonderful. More sordid affairs of the big shots. It's fine, he was invited. These are extraordinary circumstances, Mr. Leong. There's no need to mince words. The Writing Knife, the patrol battalion, the Soy regulator. Do you think the unusual activities of the Ministry of War have something to do with Wei Yin-Wu's disappearance? I dare not make a hasty judgment, but it's true that they were not so brazen before Mr. Lord Wei's disappearance. As far as I know, Lord Wei and His Imperial Majesty are polar opposites. Lord Wei is decisive but somewhat times rash, while His Majesty's cautiousness might be seen as indecision by some. Perhaps the Grand Commandant's faction found Wei Yin-Wu's weakness and coerced him into the city, planning to use the Writing Knife to rewrite history to... No, anyone who tried to blackmail Wei Yin-Wu would only suffer 100-fold payback. Could he willingly... But it was Chu Lung who summoned him back to Bai Zhao. Unless he changed his mind at the last minute. But why hide if he's answering an Imperial summons? Human minds are complicated things, and Lord Wei is more than most. If you're truly worried for him, you could start by investigating the Writing Knife, right here at the Sky Mirror Pavilion, responding to change by staying still, so to speak. Responding to change by staying still, I like that. Where do we go then to find out what this Writing Knife can do and to protect it, Mr. Leong? We should. Mr. Leong, she... Up. The higher we climb in the Skymere Pavilion, the more precious the tomes. They will be of great benefit.
Take it away. I have no need for battle reports.
What are they? 1 goes to 3, 2 goes to 4. It's even in odds. Question mark? Is that what's happening? Maybe it's like a Weicha board or something? Maybe. Small avalanche. Actually, what did that one enemy do? I didn't see. Writes the glyph soldier when first entering an empty glyph tile. Ah, okay. That's what was happening. So we want to kill those guys before we might get overwhelmed. Small avalanche. Drink all the wine of man dry, dream a dream without end, and carry the burden of a crushing snow. Pointless obsession, pointless struggle, pointless sacrifice. You have been fearful for centuries. You divided my awakening into hundreds of cycles, each of which is subdivided by 12, then subdivided by 30, and then you live in constant fear every minute, every second, fearing the time of it, though you do not know when it will come. Have I become so foolish and short-sighted in the span of just a few dreams? It also seems like, okay, so it's even and odd, and also the two paths of the story. So the bottom path, the even, is Wong in the tomb, and then the odds at the top are everyone else in the outside in Baizhou. Without a will, without a self, without someone to measure and define it, time is no more than a cycle without meaning, as the time you spent in the tomb was. How do you define this time, if you neither think nor feel? How does a dream then? A dream hysterical for its inevitable end. Year 759. The mounts, seas, and all in between shall be our masters. Heresy. Ah. Drop your weapon and live. Drop my weapon. We will teach the House of Yin that Chu has awakened, and their reign is no more than a fleeting dream compared to the infinity of heaven and earth. The mounts, the seas, and all in between shall be... Come drink. Sir, I'm just a humble soldier. Don't sell yourself short. After centuries, we've finally eliminated the last remnant from that hunt. The lands of Yin are safe now. A toast to all of you. Thank you, sir. As for the true view, of course, Mr. Shuo inspired the troops by always being the first to charge in the fray, while Mr. Wong's tactics were utterly flawless. The bulk of the credit for taking down Chu must go to the two of you. A toast to you. Push. This is a rare opponent, or opportunity even, Mr. Wong. And there's something I must say to you. I know of all the slanders against your name in the Imperial Court, casting suspicions upon you because you are not one of our kind. But you have endured such slanders and made a historic contribution to Yen. Your noble heart is admirable. To interfere in the family reunions, sway regulators' restrictions are you unreasonable. I will petition to His Majesty to permit your family gathering. It's a joyful day. I consider myself a strong drinker, but it appears wine has gotten the best of me. To tell the truth, my orders were to keep an eye on you and make sure nothing goes wrong. But the two of you have proven yourselves utterly loyal, most respectable. This is as far as I go. Take care. The drunken official manages to fare well in the parts, helped by his bodyguards. A good man, but a poor spy. Did you think about what will happen to all of us if he finds out what you did? You're drunk. I wish I were drunk, and all this was not but a dream. Why did you let the Bishochu go. Best to have a card up one's sleeve. Who is your opponent this time? You must feel it, we all do. It's awakening, much sooner than the 1,000 years that we expected. We need help. Did Chu promise to help you defeat Sui? It is too weak to even protect the Shanghai Chong. And we have not gotten to that point. It is not time yet. I told you, there are other things to escape its influence, or other ways. I know what you're going to say. You finally cleaned up the ties between you and it. You wanted me to go along, no longer be us, and we no longer be it. And you sealed yourself away in the sword. What then? Did the Sui regulator return your sword? We still live in shackles. He sealed himself in the sword in the year 700? He's still has a really long lifespan, I guess. Okay. True shackles do not come from outside. Do you really believe that everyone can be like you? You remember everything and care about everything. People, events, and things from centuries past have all flowed away like the great river. But Shuo remains Shuo always. No, not everyone can be like you. How long would it take for Dusk to become like you? What about you? Do you really want you to be like you? 1,000 years is not enough, and we don't even have 1,000 years. We don't have time. I'm hardly your equal in Wei Chi, but I know that when there is no clear path to victory in sight, it's better to play a straightforward manner than to attempt radical tricks out of plan. Do you think there is no victory in this game? That you would be content with doing all the right things in an honorable defeat? I never said that. Your plan will have no other outcome. What do you think we should do then? If you truly found a path, tell me, and I'll come with you. Our chances would be better that way. Just tell me what the chances are. You can use me however you want. I would be happy to give my life. But do you really know what you're doing? Or has your obsession with victory blinded you to risks and consequences? Tell me. Say something. Did you consider it? The proxy slams his palm on the stone table, or so he intended to, but he has yet to adapt to his mortal vessel, and he misjudged the bout of strength and position. A deep crack appears on the Weichi board that Wang always carries with him. Wang Ai. Impressive, brother. This human body you created for yourself can still split boulders. Listen to me. No, thank you. None of us could reach your heights, brother. You do not trouble yourself with our fates. You need not trouble yourselves. Wang. What are you doing here? Had a fight with our eldest brother. Such is written all over your face. Her art is like so much lower resolution, apparently. It's crazy. I get drunk by the roadside for a couple of hours, and the two of you already making trouble. If you have anything to say to him, you can say it to him directly. Come on now. There's no need for that. I know what you were fighting over. Sway. This is not the first time you have fought over this. Can you not accept your differences? This is a matter of life and death. It's not something that can be glossed over so easily. Would you keep fighting, even when the end comes? Run not from the words that need to be said. The longer you delay this, the greater the problem grows. Not today. Wang, now, come back. Wait, you failure. Can you not act your age? Playing the brat in front of your younger sister. Ling leads the way while Wang slowly follows behind. I see the eldest proxy still sitting by the pavilion. Take, our biggest brother. I guess that means elder brother, so she said elder brother, our biggest brother, I guess. Okay. Little Ling. I told you calling me Little Ling makes me feel like a child. Sorry, old habits die hard. So it would seem... smashing things in your rage. Are you the child here? I'll fetch some good wood and make a new one for you. Or would you prefer to keep this one? I can ask Nian or Yi to fix it when they're here. No need. Oh, I recalled the days when I had freshly awoken watching you two fight amongst yourselves, time after time. I remember the candle holder asking me anxiously, how bad will it get when all your younger siblings are born? Please, give me an estimation so that I can report to the court and get a disaster response plan set up. idea, Take. Let me speak to Wong alone. I will serve as your messenger this time, in order that you need not break anything else. Very well. So about the weight ship board. Just leave it, brother. I'll repair it myself. No need to trouble yourself. All right. You are still angry. I'm not. You address him as brother only when you are angry. What are you arguing about? Tell me. It is just as I thought. His way is the proper way, but it is slow. If it were to suddenly awaken one day, it would be all too late. As for you, if you want to argue with him, you should not. Should you not at least come up with a plan of your own? He gave up his sword to prove our innocence, the sword that means so very much to him. Do you feel no gratitude? Are you perhaps seriously furious that he smashed your board? No. I'm just frustrated by his lack of urgency. We all seek a way. Dusk has even fewer ideas. Does she anger you too? No. Its awakening is accelerating. We are all anxious, and it is understandable that we might provoke the occasional quarrel with inadvertent words. But it will take centuries for it to awaken. Maintaining a cordial relationship with Yin is the more pressing matter. Or are you saying that I too lack urgency? No, that's not what I mean. You said we're all looking for a way. What are you looking for? Your ears have merit. It and I, we're all nothing but a dream. It is just the seed of an idea, and I know not how far I can go, but I hope to leave behind a dream that it cannot disturb, even if it has fully awakened.
Three armies, heed these orders.
Oh snap.
We march.
A mini boss? White. A nightmare born of the void of evolution. Long has it hidden in the shadows, but now it takes place at the board. Frostplay. The work of white becomes the glyph broken when stamped, sealing its glyph tile. Okay. Alright.
My sword's gonna
What does
clear
that do, though?
bodies and
Less
valleys
likely to be
alike.
attacked by allies. Causes this glyph tile to lose effects. Oh, it's a broken glyph. I see it. I see.
You'll get what you deserve.
I got Wong too. I just got him today, yeah. as well see what the second skill does.
You have been drawn into my plans. You will not escape this deer so easily.
Okay, that one shoots out lines, which is more what I expected from the other one. So I guess that's just this skill. More expected from his talent, I should say.
You will not escape this deer so easily. You will not escape this deer so easily.
Ow.
Quickly, time to swallow, huh? Try to behave yourself next time.
この時より秋だ。階級の万物を一元に収むるは奢々楽々の境地にこそあれ。階級の軸からに積もる恨みはいつか散らん。
Got the situation down crystal clear.
You have been drawn into my plans.
凶悪を削除すれば官庁倫理たり。
All right. Those guys are a bit problematic.
Patience makes perfect.
私に滅せくり砂に沈みて相思未だむ。
Low simmer on low heat. Patience is not optional.
私に滅万物を一元に収むるは奢々楽々の境地にこそあれ。
Oh, White wasn't even... I didn't have to fight him. I kind of forgot about him, but okay. What was his point exactly? Year 759. Oh, this is Chu. So this guy's a Fahrenheit. Okay. He looks almost like a Tin Man. I guess he's just got a weird helmet thing. That right leg, almost fully polished. I can't believe the first thing I'm doing after reforming my vessel is to die for someone else's sake. It's time to go. Oh, it's you. No, you're it. But you're not it. You're, interesting. Very interesting. How does it feel to see your old enemy split apart like this? And your old followers turn into an unruly rabble? What enemy? Choose one of the ending 4 bosses? Oh, really? That's interesting. I simply had a dream that caused some delay. I managed to evade the great hunt before I awoke. It's not such a bad thing to die here after awakening. But you should not kill me here quietly. You should let me die before the Yen East army. Otherwise, maniacs will keep coming, trying to die in my name. It would be the last thing I would want. Desperate people will resort to desperate measures. You are not necessarily the reason. I won't kill you. Quite the opposite. I can't let you die. You want to help me instead of killing me. Interesting. How do you intend to deal with the self-proclaimed Shanghai Chong, though it is no more than a fragment? They have indeed inherited the old carpenter's arts. They are not entirely unassociated with me. They'll live if you leave. What do you mean? The Yenni's army wants you, not them. It's trivial for you to leave. I'll help you. If you encounter any obstacles. As for the Shanghai Chong, they'll last 2 more days, give or take. Ultimately, they will all die, taking a third of the Yenni's army with them. If you die for them here, they will become even more fervent and fight to the bitter end. If you leave, they will flee, and Yen's mission will be done, so they can recall their armies. This is the only way for you to stop the war. You are it. No, not quite. You are 10 times it in scheming and intrigue. I would be indebted to you. What do you wish from me in return? A peace and reserve that could perhaps come in useful. No great loss if it never comes to play. Now that makes me feel a little slighted. I will repay this debt, I promise. How do you intend to help me when you don't know what I'm trying to do? You would treat a Farinmut as a piece in reserve. What you're plotting must not involve mortal man. This is about yourself. Split apart, you said. How many pieces are there? 12. Then I take it the only thing you care about is whether it is the 12 that is left, or the 1. One word of advice. One tree does not make a forest. You are defying the laws of nature. You need all the help you can get. Ask your siblings if they've thought of any alternatives. Beings like you are not meant to be measured by normal logic and reason. If you can find the solution, you will rid the world of a great threat. We will never truly be gone, as long as my dream has not fully worn away, as long as the 12 of us persist in my dream. Falsehood is reality, the great way unfettered, such is for all things. It sounds to me you intend to carry the heaviest yoke of them all. You want to drag the entire family into the instant before Sway awakens, then extend the instant into eternity in your waking dream. How long do you think you will last? What if I drink all the wines across the land? I hope there is a less desperate way. We were never equals to it. Desperate times call for desperate measures, do they not? I know, but I did not save Chu on a whim. Why do you bring this up again? Of course, you have your reasons for doing things, but too often you cast your eyes too far and forget the things that are near. Wait, what do you mean? I was asked to do so. By whom? Ho. Do we know that name? I don't think so. The old man's still alive. He has avoided the eye of Yen, as he does not have followers like the Shanghai Chong. He told me about Chu after I took him from beyond Yen's reach. Have you told our eldest brother? Not yet. Is it another Farinmut? You can be pretty astute when you need to be. I asked Ho for ideas for a way out after I helped him leave Yen. His words have given me thought. Perhaps I am not in its dream. Perhaps it is in my dream. Interesting, that old man. I'd love to drink with him, if I got the chance. The unusual activity of Sway may indicate that something is disturbing it in its dream and accelerating its awakening. It's merely addressing the symptoms. But if I can enter this dream and see what the culprit is... Risky. Are you not concerned it may awaken? It does. Does it really make a difference whether it awakens in 70 years or 7 days? What if I offer not my help? I will find a way. Might this way have something to do with me? Such as stealing something from me? I will take that as a yay. Give me a word. You will not do anything too foolish in this dream. If I violate my oath... Stop. There is no need for oaths between family. But please do not break my heart. Yes. Now then, drink up. You may take the goblet with you. Just drink. What more do you need to dream? No ritual necessary. The other proxy takes the cup and downs its contents. As vertigo overcomes him, he attempts to support his body in his arms. The stone table beneath his elbows has turned into a mountain boulder covered in moss. He has never seen such scenery, but it is in the chaos or after he came into the mortal realm. He is it, but its dreams are too complex to be closely examined one by one. Where am I? A battlefield. A battlefield of void and emptiness. The proxy hears Farinmut roar at Farinmut. Humans swing their weapons at other humans. Humans swarm Farinmut before they are suffocated, crushed, and devoured. He hears the pain tremble of Farinmuts as massive human weapons are locked and loaded. But he sees nothing. Invisible Fahrenmutts walk across the ground. Vegetation disappears where they tread, revealing black and yellow soil. Invisible entities strike the mountains, cracking them and causing avalanches, but it remains still. It is in fear, angry, in pain, but it cannot fight back, cannot avoid it, not even let out a whimper. Is this its nightmare? After the 12 of us left, its dreams lost their visible image. The proxy takes a step back, but even the mountains are trembling in the nightmare. He can hardly keep himself upright. Just because you're in a dream doesn't mean you shouldn't watch your feet. Who's there? How did you get here? And that's Ho. So Chin just has 2 Fahrenmutts in her head? What's going on? Chill wanted to come personally to help you, but his brain hasn't had enough time dreaming for himself, much less entering another's dream. I'm more suited to these things. Lamentable, is it not, that Sui's dream has become so torn and broken? Fortune and misfortune are truly 2 sides of the same coin. You are in its nightmare, and you have drawn its lines, like it or not. Look. Ho points in the distance, where heaven and earth melt into one. Suddenly, a black silhouette emerges from nothingness. Fahrenmutt. Humanity. Weapon. It all seems utterly unreal, like the picture books that Yinni's soldiers carry with them. Flip through the pages rapidly, and the pictures begin to move, as though they have been subject to Dusk's touch. I'll awaken it. Quite the opposite. A nightmare does not last long. Anyone trapped in a nightmare only seeks to wake up. This silhouette is at least allows it to sleep a little longer. Then what do you mean by fortune and misfortune being 2 sides of the same coin? Ho says nothing, but Wang sees it. At first, the images are awkward and stiff, but soon they become smooth. Not much has changed, except for the white shadow appearing within the black silhouette. What is that? All 12 of you took something from its dream. When it let you go, its old dream gradually blurred, and the new dream became reality, or became empty. But what was left behind was not a void, it was a mirror, waiting to reflect the first thing that enters this dream. That thing, that man, is you. What is this? You are seeing its nightmare, and now a reflection of you, the you who filled the void in its dream. You told me about that strange things that happened to your family a century ago. Now they have come all together, but in your image. This is its creation, its puppet, and the reflection of a reflection, which it is loath to face. It's time to go. Go. What else? Do you intend to kill it? If this is the shape of the void, then killing it might destroy whatever consciousness it still retains in the dream. Your mind is sharp, but your words are terrifying. You could not kill Sui outside the dream. What makes you think you can kill it in the dream? I suppose you could try it if you're confident that you will be able to escape unscathed. I'm confident that I can take it down with me. You don't listen to what people say, do you? I suppose I'll have to fetch someone whom you care about. Wang. He wants to sacrifice his own life to kill Sui in his dream. Have you abandoned your words so soon, my second oldest brother? Such opportunity will not come again. That's quite enough. It's time to bring your brother out of the dream, girl, or we'll be in danger. In this dream, this time, I glimpsed the dream of your slumber and my own reflection. You saw the reflection, and the price was to create an inexplicable foe for yourself in the centuries to come. Having to face this again, you must be filled with regret. What a terrible error. If I knew this reflection of yours could leave the dream in reality, I would not have left so easily. Where are you hiding? No matter, I will find you. Yes, it's time to go. Clearly unwilling to stay any longer, Ho waves his stick and 3 figures disappear. But neither he nor Ling realizes that they have simply taken one of the many Weichi stones. The stone will shatter when they depart the dream, and Ho and Ling will not find the same hill when they attempt to return to the dream. Don't try to find me again. It's not worth it. A black aura suddenly surrounds the proxy. The next instant, he has leapt from the cliff into the formation of thingless things. At the horizon, the beast-shaped silhouette seems to have been hit by something, letting out a wail that shakes the earth. The gray-white tide of humans outlined by black lines quickly swallows the Fairmouth silhouette and rushes towards the proxy. In the distance, it looked like a thin line. Up close, the raging tide obscures the heavens. Black armor, plain robes, iron swords, pale bows. Yini's equipment from 1,000 years ago in black and white, like an uncolored draft surrounding the proxy. The first soldier charges at the proxy. A spear carrying the afterimage of arts rushes towards the proxy's throat. The proxy cleaves it in two. Bring it on, he shouts. The army in Sui's dream pauses for an instant. Then they rush towards him, like a river that his words had frozen for an instant. What's going on? Mr. Shou. You're Ling's candle holder. Where is she? As he speaks, a claw the size of a mountain is brought down upon Shou. Shou swings his fist. Heaven and earth tremble. Its attack foiled, the Sui beast turns its attention to the other side at the enormous weapon that has been assembled, not even taking the time to lick its bleeding wounds. We can't stop it. Half of the Imperial Guard have fallen, along with the human troops that had been deployed to the Tomb of Sui. We have mobilized every soldier in the 4 cities around Paidzao. We can only hope before it destroys the next city. Where is Wang? Where is he? What use is there in looking for him? Ling took the others into a dream to protect them from when Sui awoke. You led the army to fight Sui. Who else would have awakened it other than the great offender? The offender. Kage. Ling. You should not be here, or has the dream already... Who could see a gulper of cups become now? Ling's eyes are closed. The dream has yet to end. Even in the dream, however, she and the other siblings in it can feel its presence so very near now. It has come to this. A fight to the death it is. Shuo awakens. He draws his sword, which has not yet tasted blood. In the dream, Ling points her lantern at the body of the bestial Sui. The bestial Sui turns around towards the beings born of itself. Yet just before everyone on the battlefield, every human and every beast could plunge into the coming slaughter, a bloody, black figure appears behind the bestial Sui. Got you. You. Through dreams and dreams infinite, all of me and all of us are here. There is nowhere for you to go. You wouldn't dare. Kill me and you'll be destroyed, as will all your family. Wang does not answer. He lunges forward with his sword and impales the throat of his own reflection, which he had pursued through dreams far too numerous to count. Strange scenes from countless dreams gush from the wound. Mountains, Fahrenheit's armies, white dreams boil and roil between heaven and earth in a white mist. Fever hot like fresh blood wraps around the army and a proxy outside the dreams, even the Fahrenheit. Only when the white figure falls to the ground do the others see that the two bodies lie upon the ground, all life gone from them. One was Wang, the other was exactly like Wang, but not even death could wipe the malice from his face. No one knew who he was. Ling. As the two bodies fall, Ling and her siblings in the dream vanish into nothingness. Ling! The bestial sway wails with the last proxy. You're still trying to taunt me with visions, or illusions. It will not succeed. Who could see a gulper of cups become a sorrowful drunk? Ling would never say that, not even with the end upon us. How many of your stones sacrificed this time? Go on, count. You may think that I don't have many stones left, but how much is left of your memories? Not much. But perhaps you have forgotten something. Do you really think a few fragments split from a mere 1/12 could possibly stand against me, the whole that was born alongside this entire land? Remember, your last failure was the same as this. It's a neat way they're depicting the fight. I like it. What was that? What was White doing exactly? Summons Frostplay and Frostplay fight to affect the game, I see. Okay. A nightmare born of the void of evolution. Long has it hidden in the shadows, but now it takes its place at the board. The work of White. Invade and advance at the same time, relying not on advantage, nor placing oneself in disadvantage. Honor is vice, deceit is virtue. It's funny that Wang always chooses black, and then the reflection of him formed from the empty dreams of Sway is the white piece, right? It's all just one big Weichi game. Scriptgeist, born of the influence of a Sway proxy, whose original name was Soldier. The histories write, upon the peaks was the beast cornered and killed. It was the battlefield where the Fahrenheit was hunted and where countless soldiers were buried. Smoke dissipates and the broken armor sinks into the sand as the bleached bones hope to return in spring. His original name was Strength. The histories write, cold winds howl, for the brave never returned. Their names are forgotten to history, but their legacies remain in the nation secure. So long as their strength holds, the way home shall be found. Scriptgeist, whose original name was Brush, at the end of the history book is a comment in light-colored ink. Spring and autumn know me, and I shall fear not the long night. The writer believes that right and wrong will become apparent by the historian's brush. Scriptgeist, known as Money. In the great hunt 1,000 years ago, the wealthy gave their wealth and the poor their strength, joining forces to defeat the might of heaven. Historians recorded this for posterity and archived it in the Sky Mirror Pavilion. Scriptgeist known as Bo. History is right. Where does the bowstring return? Across thousands of miles to the pass. Every goodbye on that bridge was solemn and earnest. The wind stirs in the sand, the long bow a full moon. Listen to the string ring and hope for its bearer's return. Well, this is gonna be a long one, I can tell. We got through 3 levels today. We did, so maybe not much longer, but I was hoping maybe to make up for one missing yesterday and do 4, but that's gonna take a little too long, so alas. Just 3.
Yo, Doctor. You had lunch yet?
Yeah, I like how they're doing the storytelling in this one. I like that it's incorporated into the level design in the sense that you have 2 paths, parallel paths. One is the Wong story, the other one is everyone else and by Zhao. Maybe they'll converge at the end. A lot of good symbolism with everything. Pretty cool. Unfortunately, it's a Friday, which means we're gonna have to continue this in 2 days. Monday. Blame Hypergriff for always choosing Thursdays for releasing stuff now. Can't do anything about that, but we'll continue this next week. Probably 2 more days, and then probably Enfield after that. Later in the week. But that's all for now, so thank you all for watching. And until we meet again, may the sands of time treat you well.